Thought I'd run through a list of the different types of teachers you find during the summer holidays. And I want to make it clear here, I'm not passing any sort of judgment. We are all different. We all are working in different ways. And that is great. It's something that we should be embracing and celebrating, because it'd be so boring. So boring if we were all the same. And listen, whatever you're choosing to do during your holidays, you fill your boots. This is your time, remember? But I wonder if you can recognise yourself in. First up, we've got the workaholics. These are just the teachers that, no matter how hard they try, they just can't switch off. Displays, they got them done first couple of days after the holidays. They've already done some of the planning. They just can't help themselves. They're stood in front of the mirror practicing their teacher stare ready for September. Even when they're sat relaxing, maybe watching a TV show on the telly, they're doing a risk assessment for the TV show in their head. And look, I know it's hard for some of us to switch off, and I know some people genuinely enjoy doing work type activities. My only issue is when this sort of mentality gets projected onto the rest of us, like we should be all like that. I said I'm not passing any sort of judgment, but what I find is worse than the workaholics are these sneaky assassins. Now, do you remember when you were back in school and you'd have an exam and you'd say to your mate, like, oh, I've not done any revision, because you genuinely haven't done any revision, and they were like, oh yeah, I've not looked at anything, I've not and then they come out with like the best score. That's what I'm talking about here. They're giving it, running the mouth, oh, I've not done any work. Exhibit A, your classroom displays you plastered all over Instagram last week. Then we've got the procrastinators. Now, these aren't teachers wanting to do loads of work, but they're thinking, I might do a little bit. I might do an hour just to make sure I've got a few things ready for September, but no matter how hard they try, let's be fair, the most distracted creatures on the planet at the minute. Even if they whack the laptop open and like, I'll tell you what, I'll just jump on Facebook, see if I can get a bit of inspiration. Next minute, they're doing a Facebook quiz to find out which kitchen utensil they are. Like, oh my God, I'm a ladle. I never thought that. Next up, the disassociators. As soon as that bell rang for the end of the school term, they don't want anything to do with teaching. Nothing at all. They are not willing to give a second thought to anything relating to teaching. Anything pops up on their social media, they're hiding it. If they see a child in the wild, they are just running around the corner. They don't want anything to do with anything teaching related during the whole of August. Then we've got the bingers. They have saved everything up until the summer holiday, so they are binging like there's no tomorrow. And I'm not just talking about TV shows here. Yes, they've binged 4 or 5 series already. We're talking about anything. Takeaways, eating out, brunches, drinking with the mates, just binging, even swear words. This is the time of the year you can get away, so they are dropping an F or a Jeff in every other sentence. And finally, we've got the parents. These are the school staff who are spending these 6 weeks looking after and spending time with their own children. If you're in that category, everything okay? What's your safe word? How do we get away from this? Are you on like your 57th snack time of the day? I mean, the only thing I can say to these people is may the gods be in your favour.